It's about that time. It's time. It's time to get blocked. I've edited this video 3-4 times now. These 6 songs right here, all right, YouTube says no. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. All right, none of these, because that's awful. When the album is 14 songs and 6 of the songs get blocked, I'd normally be like, all right, I'm just going to scrap the video. But for some reason, all the songs that got blocked were like the least streamed ones on Spotify. All the hits like Norwegian Wood, In My Life, Drive My Car, Michelle, those are untouched. So the reactions to those are still in the video. My reviews towards the songs that got blocked are still in the video as well. The reaction just isn't there for them. I apologize. There's nothing I could do. If you do want to see the whole album reaction, it is over on my Patreon where everything is uncut. So if you want to support me on there, you can. If you don't want to, that's fine. Self-explanatory band. You know them. I know them. Kind of. A while ago, I posted a poll because I was going to listen to the Beatles a while ago. And I said in the poll, what album should I start off with? And everyone was like, hey, chronologically, Rubber Soul was the best place to start. So I thought, hey, let me do that. What do I know about the Beatles? I know Ringo on drums, right? Ringo on drums. Paul's on the bass. He's doing some vocals. I think John is doing some vocals too. I know George is there. As far as I'm concerned, I don't know a single song off this album. So we'll see if I happen to recognize anything. Let's check this out.
You can drive my car. Yes, I'm gonna be a star. Baby, you can drive my car. And baby, I love you. Baby, you can drive my car. And baby, I love you. Beep, 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 yeah. Babe, I got something to say. I got no car and it's breaking my heart. But I found a driver and that's a start. Baby, you can drive my car. Yes, I'm gonna be a star.
All right, interesting. Okay, I like that one. I think the main thing I liked was the cowbell, of course. Just kidding. No, the vocal layering on that was super great. He wants this girl to drive his car. I'm at a point, though, I don't know if it's Paul or John doing the vocals yet. And that guitar solo also was pretty nice as well. I just love the whole groove and the whole vibe of that song. Pretty simple. Cool little intro to get us into the groove of this album. So let's get into number 2 now, which is Norwegian Wood.
I once had a girl, or should I say, she once had me. She showed, we talked until 2, and then she said, it's time for bed.
What's that instrument in the left? Is that a guitar, like being plucked really hard? I love that melody.
So I lit the fire, isn't it good? Norwegian wood.
Oh my god. What a short song. What the fuck? Why was that so short? You want to hate on TikTok motherfuckers for making songs that are 2 minutes? What the fuck is this? It's a sitar? Okay. Like that. So he's kind of talking about like a little bit of like a love affair that kind of progresses really quickly. She has to work in the morning. He's like, fuck. So then he wakes up in the morning after. He sees that she's gone. He's like, the bird flew away from me. That was nice. That was such a nice little simple song right there. I can't really hate on that at all. That was amazing. I like that more than the first song personally, but that's just me. I was confused why everyone was recommending me this album because it's like I don't know if it's like their 4th album or 5th album, but I guess this is when they kind of started to get into themselves. Is that what you're saying? Let's get number 3 now, which is You Won't See Me. I think in my head when I think of like a Beatles sound before I dove into this album, I think like a sound like that was kind of what I was expecting. That was kind of like a more simple written love song. He's kind of just like, pick up the phone, bitch. Super relatable. He misses her. He can't go on without her. Of course. So yeah, like that one. I think I actually enjoyed the vocals in that song the most out of the first 3 so far. which I thought was pleasant. It's funny to think about that was the longest song on the album. I just can't get over these track lengths. I don't know. I don't know what I was expecting. Track number 4 is Nowhere Man.
His nowhere land, making all his nowhere plans for nobody.
Sounds like me.
Doesn't have a point of view.
Oh, shit.
He's as blind as doesn't have a point of view. Knows not where he's going to. Isn't he a bit like you and me? Making all his nowhere plans for nobody.
Oh, I like that.
Making all his nowhere plans for nobody.
He's just a nowhere man. He belongs nowhere. You know, he's got no plans. He's sitting on nothing. So I mean, listen. And you know, everyone always goes through shit. He's just going through a tough time. He's just going through a little procrastination period. All right, we all have that. We all have that. I love that a lot. And I feel like I'm at a point now where it's like hearing the vocals, I'm starting to get really comfortable with it. Whenever it comes to albums that I have reviewed within the 60s, whenever I start listening to it, at first I'm a little bit uncomfortable for a second because I realize that it's so long ago that I'm hearing such a, I don't want to call it a dated sound, but a sound that I'm just not used to nowadays. But the second I, really get into the album, I become accustomed and used to it. I didn't feel that way towards Pet Sounds, but I feel that way towards most albums I've done in the 60s and early 70s. So I love that song, and I love the songwriting on there. And it kind of just establishes for me that, the subject matter of this album is about a whole lot of different things, not just love. It's about just kind of internal issues as well that this nowhere man is having. So I love that song. Let's get into number 5 now, is Think for Yourself. Okay, that one was sung by George. Okay, it's gonna take me a long time to make this fucking distinction because I would have never guessed that in a million years. But I mean, I don't know the vocals, so I can't really blame me. Yeah, this bass line is cooking. I knew Paul McCartney was a good bassist by general knowledge, but I know now that I'm actually hearing it firsthand, this is kind of I like that song. I think the fast tempo changes are something that I'm not liking immediately off the bat. I think within the first 5 tracks, that's my least favorite. I mean, I still thought it was a dope song though. It's just telling someone, hey, I'm not gonna be around at some point. You gotta be independent at some level, just in case. So I thought it was a dope track. Let's get into number 6, The Word. For that track, I actually mentally decided to pay attention to the drums, and I don't know, something about his fucking playing right there. Something about Ringo. That song specifically kind of drawed me towards it. It just felt so smooth and so natural and so fitting to the song. Nothing really over the top. But yeah, so much. I feel like it's just so difficult to pay attention to all these things at once because I'm starting to slightly enjoy more and more things about this kind of sound. So track number 7, which is Michelle. Where did the chat go? Where did the chat go?
These are words that go together. Or what you mean to me. Until I do, I'm hoping you will know what I mean. I love you.
And I actually really like this too.
I will say the only words I know that you'll understand.
Oh my fuck. Oh my god. That guitar at the end right there, holy shit. Alright. That might have been my favorite. I need to re-listen to that at least 20 more times after this. Holy shit, that was good. That was good. I mean, just a love song about Michelle that was just so low key and so amazing. I don't know why that just struck a chord within me. I hope we get more kind of sounding, chill sounding songs like those, because that was actually really incredible. It's a shame. It's a shame that during that song, my thing decided to be fucking stupid. So let's maybe I should have fixed it before, but it's gonna track number 8 now, which is What Goes On. When you take away the misery behind his lyrics, that instrumental is probably the most upbeat one on the album yet, which I find kind of funny. But yeah, he's just popping the question, hey, what the fuck is good with your indecency? Why you treat me like this? What goes on in that fucking head of yours that makes you want to treat me this way? That's kind of fucked up. I wouldn't do that to you. When I saw you with that man, I was like, who the fuck is he? This album was actually Brian Wilson's biggest influence in Pet Sounds. Similarly, Pet Sounds was the biggest influence for the Beatles' later album Sgt. Pepper's. This inspired Pet Sounds. That's crazy. But looking back on it now, I guess the release dates kind of line up with each other. I did like that song though. I did like that song. Was I that much of a fan of the instrumental? I was.
Out the girl who came to stay. She's the kind of girl you want so much it makes you sorry. Still you don't regret a single day. Ah, girl, she's the kind of girl who puts you down when friends are there. You feel a fool. Understand it when they said that a man must break his back to earn his day of leisure. Will she still believe it when he's dead? Oh, girl.
You're promising me the world. You're not giving me the world. I'm leaving you. She's like, wah, wah, wah. He's like, all right, fine. I'll stay with you. But she makes him look like a bitch in front of his friends. I mean, she's just not doing anything right. But he just does not know how to walk away. This sounds like a him problem. But no, I actually I really like that song. And I also really like how he really honed in on his vocals on that the most. That was amazing to me. Definitely one of my favorites off of here. Oh my god, that post chorus instrumentation, that was nice. I actually think that he's actually referencing the track that came before it, because he mentions again on this not being treated right. He feels like he's being mistreated within all of this, and he sees that this person just got this person that he's looking at, person that he once was in love with, just kind of flipped a switch on him, and he's saying, hey, well, you know what, that happens. Love does that sometimes. And I don't know. It's just it's very tragic to hear this from him. So I think maybe that this is a love album at its core, but there's some songs that here and there that are slightly different. Number 11 is In My Life.
All my life, though some have changed, some forever, not for better. Some have gone, and some remain. All these places compares with you. Memories lose their meaning.
Oh, this melody's crazy.
And I think of love as something new, though I know I'll never lose affection.
A piano solo. I like this, bro.
Though I know I'll never lose affection, I love you more.
Oh my god, that last fucking vocal was crazy. Okay, well that's easily my favorite instrumental off of here. It's his first major piece of work he considers. Okay. Maybe this is one of the more popular ones off of this album. That was nice, and it's just such like an accepting and calm track to listen to, just to kind of reminisce and kind of still have love for the things that came before it, and just to kind of be grateful that those moments happened, I guess. Just to see where it got you today. This is nice. Maybe my favorite, either that or Michelle so far. Alright, I feel like he's kind of encouraging the person that he's in love with to also to wait and to not wait at the same time. If that person knows that John or whoever is singing is not the one, then to just put him away. You know what I'm saying? Don't make him stay any longer. But he also wants this person to wait and really make that decision, to really land on that decision. So yeah, I love that one. Love that one. Nice little short one.
If I had some more time to spend, then I guess I'd be with you, my friend. If I needed someone,
Oh, this is crazy.
carve your number on my wall, and maybe you will get a call from me. If I needed someone.
Yeah, something about that riff really made me gravitate towards that one. That just felt so positive to me. He's trying to guarantee that, maybe there's a place in their heart, but they have to carve his number on the wall. Just to remember. Let's close it out now. With Run for Your Life. It seemed like on multiple times on this album, he wanted to break up with her. Multiple times on this album. But even after it's over, he's like, hey, I don't want to see you dating anyone else, because you finna fucking die. I think he might be the jealous type. He could be the jealous type. That's a real possibility. But instrumentally with that song, that snare and the guitar were just so connected on that. Just so natural. They were just so fluent with each other. That was incredible. Historically, Rubber Soul was an incredible revolution of pop music and transformed the Beatles from good to unfathomably great. Yet with most of their work, I find their sound to be dated. I mean, it's definitely that kind of music where it's like, it's easy to tell that it's from the 60s. If that's what you mean by dated, it's easy to tell that this came a while ago. But if, let's say, The Door is self-titled, if someone were to tell me that came out in the 80s or 90s, I'd probably be more likely to believe that than if someone told me that this came out in the 80s or 90s. In different songs, like in one song I like the drums a lot, in another song I like the bass line a lot. In one song I prefer the vocals in one song compared to the other. There wasn't really a single standout song on here for me that I was, immediately blown away by. I think just the consistency among it all is something that I maybe enjoy the most. I think the influence of that is probably the most notable feature, and where they went from here. But I definitely have some favorites off of here that I'm gonna return to over and over again, probably. Songs like Norwegian Wood, I thought was incredible. Nowhere Man, I loved a lot. The Word was fantastic. Michelle, Girl, In My Life was really great. And If I Needed Someone, those are probably the songs that I'm gonna return to a lot. I feel like the rest are just, to me personally, very personal opinion, to me, just not as great. Girl and I'm Looking Through You, I like how those songs were kind of related towards each other. I think In My Life is probably the best song written song off of this record, and that's it. That's all I gotta say about this right now. I kind of wish that this was a little longer for me, but yeah, that's what I gotta say at this moment.